Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on in May. We have 4 weeks, so we'll have 4 columns and 3 rows. We are indeed doing the overview, and then we'll go in depth on the very first week, being the 4th through the 10th of May, at the end. All right? So let us go ahead and talk a little bit about my guiding messages from my guides, my spirit guides and all that. We have, one of them is talking about us being humble. We need to stay clear and conscious about who we are, what's going on, and like not get too caught up in our ego. Okay? So be cool. You know what to do. You know who you are and how that resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, just leave it, right? The other one is we're going to try and be prepared because we've done all the other things to be prepared by keeping an ear out. We're staying kind of in our own lane. We're not getting too crazy with all the other stuff, but we're definitely staying true to who we are. But we're not quite out of the woods yet. There's still some more little whoop-de-whoops to come. I can't say in what area per se, but I've been told that we should just try to be prepared. That could just be that you're going to have some surprise company. So take that how that works, all right? And it will be fun. So the last message, we get 3 this month, is that we need to keep thinking and use our minds to create positive outcomes, all right? So we're going to be co-creating in the universe so that we are a part of the process, and in doing so we're not creating more mayhem, but we're going to create positive stuff, all right? Excellent. Because that's totally how it is, you know? If you put your energy into something, if you think about the fact you might get a flat tire, eventually you end up with a flat tire. So we're not going to think negative things. We're going to think about positive things. I'm going to imagine that there will be new flowers sitting on the plants and very soon. And pretty soon there will be. Ta-da! It's good. We can co-create, and the more positive energy we put out in the universe as to what we expect to see, those expectations are almost always met. All right? Very nice. So we have a bunch of decks to play with, and I'm going to get into it right now, okay? So we have this deck here is the Earthly Souls Moon Oracle, right? We're going to go ahead and get your guiding card for the month for almost called you Virgo, but you're not. You're Taurus. Da, 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 da. Here we go. What do we have for Taurus for the month of May? Right there. That one. Okay. So we'll set these aside. This card is going to actually come up every week now as we go through. And you have Authentic. Oh my. I love it. So it's about that being humble and being clear about who you are and not shying away from sharing all of who you are, okay? Because you're amazing, you're awesome, you're wonderful. And if you aren't your authentic self, then you're pretending, correct? We don't want you running around pretending. That's not going to work, okay? So no more pretending, be your authentic self, and it will be beautiful, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and light your candle. This one is called Naughty. I think that's kind of suitable. It's fun. I think we're going to be a little bit naughty this month. And that's okay. That can be in our words or deeds. And however you want to represent that in your life. It's done by Witty Wicks. Witty Wicks. All right, here we go. It's from Witty Wicks. They're fun little candles. They smell pretty good. This one's got some vanilla vibes going on. But I think somebody gifted this to me, and I would, thanks. If you gifted me with this beautiful candle, thank you very much. It's quite lovely. All right, so I have another deck I would like to play with. It is the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is this deck here. We're going to go ahead and get a mystery card from it so that we can look at it at the end of the reading, and it'll help wind things up for each week as we go. All right? So it's already been pre-programmed for you. So let's get this going on. All right? do we have for Taurus? It's over here. That's the one. All right. So we'll set these aside. We're going to save this one over here. Okay? Right over here by the candle. Perfect. Don't want to get these too far out. I will. Anyway. Excellent. Let us now do the layout. We're going to do the full layout, all 4 rows and 3 columns. Oh, 3 rows, 4 columns. We are, of course, talking about how this is that pirate deck we had just a few of, or 1 card of every week. This was our mystery deck last week or last month. And by golly and by gosh, we're going deep. We're going to get into it. It's going to be super fun. I really like these cards. You can tell that they have some great imagery. And it's very piratey, of course. But not to be campy one way or the other. They're quite seriously a tarot deck. And it's beautiful. I'm very excited to see how you like it. Let me know how they resonate with you. If you like them, let me know. If you don't like them, let me know. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. We're going to talk about the 4 weeks. This is where you are, what's blocking, what your solution is, and then we're going to go ahead and go in depth on this very first week, which is the 4th through the 10th, at the end. All right? So let's go ahead and look at what's going on. For the 4th through the 10th, you have the 10 of Pentacles, showing that there could be some money coming your way, some financial money from your family. This has generational wealth on it. It speaks to the benefits of doing the work, but also a little bit of luck being mixed in. So I'm definitely getting some luck mixed in with this card. You haven't put all your money in one place, and you've done good things with it. So you've been very smart. So Taurus, I feel like things are coming together for you, or you're getting ready to make plans to do this. If you haven't already done it, then you're on the way to doing that this week. All right. What will be blocking you this week is the Ace of Swords. You may not be, the gift of responsibility may get in the way of you doing this other situation. You're like, hey, I have this whole plan I want to start enacting, and you're like, guess what? We have something for you to take care of. Yes. It will be a little growly at that moment, all right? Like, I don't want more responsibility. I want to go do what I want to do. This is my responsibility. So some people see it differently, and it feels like a work thing will come up or something like that. Taurus, I'm sorry about that. But remember the lessons from your past so that you know how to proceed. You might be able to show up and delegate some things, and then run an errand to go take care of this stuff, and then come back. So you might be able to work the system to your advantage, all right? Don't freak out. I think there's ways and means of handling the situation that aren't too big or too strong, okay? Cool. Very nice. The way you've done things in the past will benefit you, or will have taught you how you can handle it, okay? Now then, the next week over, we're gonna go very easy on this and then go deep, all right? But the 11th through the 17th, we have the 6 of Swords. And this shows you are going to be using your power to help other people in some way. And I really like the possibility for you to be able to do something else or something beneficial in that way. It'll help feed your heart. Very nice. What's blocking you on the 11th through the 17th is going to be your judgment is going to be a little off. Maybe you want to run your idea past somebody else before you get busy doing this. You want to run it past somebody else just to make sure you've got all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, okay? Just make sure everything's clear and understood before you get going. And what your end result is, what are you shooting for? What are you hoping to accomplish when you do your helping of others? The Knight of Cups is talking about fighting for your heart's desire. Do stand up for your plan. You have a plan here, and maybe it just needs a slight modification. It doesn't necessarily need to be abandoned when your judgment is off, and maybe done something that's a little, or you're about to do something a little different, get down to the core part of what you want to do here. And if the core part is just, I want to be of help, then great. Maybe you can show up and be of help without having to bring all your tools or all your other stuff to the table, right? Maybe you don't need to do all that because you would have to take them out of wherever you're working from one job to another to be of true help that way. But it would sabotage you in some way, and it would make things more difficult. So you can see how you want to show up and help and bring all your tools and stuff. Your judgment is off because you're not really in a position to take all your tools from place to place. You need to leave them where they are. But if you can get to the core of it where you want to be of service and help in some way, just showing up will be the key, okay? Just show up and handle it, okay? Perfect. Well done. Okay. Next week over is the 18th through the 24th, the Magician. Haha. You have all the tools at your disposal. You can do whatever the heck you want to. You have to make the effort to get it, okay? So you can and you will be the person handling your business with your tools. This is probably at work, which is good because you have all your tools there. I'm glad that the project is going and that you're moving forward on it because it helps you. The Five of Pentacles is blocked. You are not going to be able to get good financial advice this week, so whatever advice you were hoping to get, it's not coming through, okay? Don't ask anybody. It's not helpful. Just keep doing what you're already doing and or stand still and don't do anything. If you can't get good advice and you don't feel comfortable making a move, do nothing, okay? Six of Cups. It's going to be a good time to start sharing some stories from your heart. Let other people know how you see, what you're seeing, how you're feeling, and where you came from. Your story will be important in the mix, even as you're listening to somebody else share their story, okay? So listen first, then share what you think they need to hear in response, and it'll be a nice little exchange, and it'll be very, very good, okay? Now then, we're talking about the 25th through the 31st. Seven of Wands. We have the Seven of Wands. Excellent. You have your own ideas about how you want things done, and you're going to need to convince the people around you that it's the right idea. So just talk to them one at a time. Don't try and convince them all at once. It's going to be much too hard to convince the kitties all at once. They're like herding cats. That's why I said that. So don't make it harder on yourself than you need to, and it will be a really good deal. All right? The foundation of your power is not necessarily growing because your idea is getting looked at and taken into consideration more. It doesn't have to be like that. And in this case, it really isn't like that. So it isn't that they think you're more powerful or one way or the other, and you're not necessarily going to be in charge. You just happen to have come up with the right concept, and that's cool. Once they get on board with the concept, you don't have to be in charge of it. Ha-ha. Perfect. You don't necessarily want to be in charge all the time anyway. So now, your solution for this particular week is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is reminding you that there are lessons you learned in the past in relationships that you need to apply to current situations, okay? Don't forget what you learned in the past. Otherwise, you'll start repeating old behaviors, and that's never what anybody wants, okay? Cool. All right. We are going to save these cards over here off to one side so that we can go in deep on the very first week of May. All right? What do we have here? Right here, we have these. Excellent. So, let's go ahead and add these pre-programmed cards. It is the Light Seers Tarot back in action. I think these are pretty great, and they will help us expand on the situation in front of us, okay? So, we were talking about generational wealth. We were talking about big money. We were talking about family money. We were talking about all kinds of plans and ideas that you have, diversifying your portfolio, figuring things out, making things, got some moving and shaking to do here. And it could also be new information about more money coming in your direction. So just keep that in mind. Eight of Swords showing that you want to stay in charge of the deal, and you have a way of doing it, and you got to get other people on board with what you want to do. So you're going to want to put a little bit of what they want to do on the top of it, like chocolate sprinkles on the cupcake. The whole cupcake is yours. The frosting is yours. All your ideas are good. You just need to put a little bit of them on it so that they can feel like they're a part of the process, okay? And that way they'll be more likely to jump in, okay? It's one of those things where you're kind of reflecting. This shows her in the mirror, right? And you need to reflect back to them what they want to see a little bit, right? Not that they want to see you tied up per se. You already feel tied up, but the fact is they also want to win, and if you can make it seem like they're going to win, they will be much more likely to jump on board, right? That's good. And this card here is talking about how there will be a want for you to have some time out. Take a break. This is the Hermit card. You're definitely feeling like there's been a lot on your plate, and you just want a minute. You just need to I'd really like to really double check and verify my numbers, my concept, my plan before I, deal with my family about this or my other posse about this, because I want to sell the idea just so, and I don't want it to come out wrong, and I don't want anything to go wrong, so I want to take my time and do it right. This card here is talking about how you're blocked because there's new responsibility being handed to you. Someone's saying, here, do this. You're like, but this is not this. I'm busy over here. I got stuff to do. Like, what? We have this for you to do, and this is a new responsibility that can and will block you, okay? Another version of a way to look at this is that it isn't your responsibility to make them feel better about what's going on. It's only your responsibility to make sure the money is doing what it should, which is growing, okay? So you may or may not need or the idea that you are taking on all of this as your responsibility when it may not be your responsibility is interesting. Keep that in mind if that resonates with you in that way. But I feel more like someone's going to pull you away from doing what you're doing. And it's a karmic lesson, but it's your karma is blocked. In fact, you're not in a position to mess up your karma at all. You can't mess this up at this point. Everything is going exactly as it should. And the Nine of Swords is here saying, when you're asked to be put in charge of something else, as much as you're saying no to it, usually this is all about having to say yes anyway. And the fact is, you've had a bad experience, it gave you experience, made you ideal for the job, right? And it's blocked. People are blocked from putting you in charge. Interesting. All of this is telling me that even though they want to put you in charge of something, you're blocked from being put in charge. Something is amiss. Maybe the paperwork is wrong. Maybe you've not fulfilled an obligation that you were supposed to make yourself hireable in this way. So don't ponder this situation thinking that you're going to be immediately, yes, they're going to call and they're going to say, hey, we want to put you in charge, but your paperwork's not in order, and what's going on? And can't you figure this out? And you're like, but I'm supposed to be doing this. Well, we need you to come over and do this other thing, all right? So you know from past experience how this will play out. You've seen it before, you understand how it plays, and you know what to do. You're going to either go immediately over and take care of that paperwork so that these people can do what they need to do, and then run over there and do that paperwork, letting them know you'll see them tomorrow. So you might do both, you might work it out, because I can see some good things happening here. The Seven of Pentacles is showing me that you will have enough money to take care of what you need to take care of, so you don't need to worry so much about the money end of the deal. Everything is working in your favor. It's just sort of juggling and getting things worked out. It does look like you will have to stand up for your ideas in the situation a little bit. I think that maybe they'll have an idea about how they want you to do it. Oh, you need to start today. And you're like, I need to start tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to come in and do the paperwork like you need me to, but then I can't start until tomorrow. That's just how it's going to go. And then I'm going to do this. So this is you standing up for your ideas, putting your foot down about how you want that to go, and then you'll go in and handle all the other stuff after that. Okay? Well done. Nice to see all that working in that way. Now then, we're going to go ahead and get you a message from the Oracle. The Cosmic Oracle, that is. What do they have for Taurus? Ooh, that was fiery. So let's see. Remember that it's okay to be happy. Really it is. So all this stuff that's happening is making you pretty happy. And you shouldn't quash that. Don't squash your beautiful joy and love and happiness in this moment. If you're feeling it, let it shine, all right? Because everybody just needs, and maybe it's that thing where the beauty of sharing a smile, and then it becomes contagious and everybody else catches one. And isn't that the most beautiful part of life? When we can have people get a contagious smile, that's a beautiful thing. And that's what everybody wants, is to have the contagious smile. So share your joy, let it shine, and you will help others in the process. You need a pocket full of rocks. Okay. All right, Taurus. Okay, we have black tourmaline, we have carnelian, and a black amethyst. All right. So black tourmaline is a first chakra stone, and it talks about staying grounded and staying humble, staying part of the planet Earth, keeping your feet on the ground, not letting any of this stuff get you too far out of yourself, right? Because you're doing your thing, okay? Carnelian is a second chakra stone. It's all about being creative and taking care of the business in front of you. Don't stop yourself from your creative juices and their flowingness and where they're going, because you can create what you need to, okay? This is good stuff. And of course, we have black amethyst, and black amethyst is about your third chakra, or your sixth chakra, sorry, your third eye. And it's always about you seeing who you are and where you're going in a way that's your better angels are communicating to you your place in the world, okay? Here on the earth plane, you're seeing the whole globe and where you fit into it and what you bring to the table. So don't be afraid or upset about that. Just take the vision as it comes and see how you fit in. How do you fit into the puzzle? How do you fit into this puzzle? How do you fit into this puzzle? And how can you make it work best for you in your given timing, okay? That's all. We don't want it to be too much of a thing. You're not working on a karmic lesson one way or the other this particular week. That's what this card is reminding you, is that this isn't a karmic lesson. Don't freak out, okay? So perfect. We're going to go ahead and let the stones sit here. And we're going to look at our mystery card. Interesting. Not for you. And they have that fortune cookie right there, and it says it's not for you. Okay, so this particular fortune cookie isn't for you. It doesn't mean it's never going to be for you, or that it is not for you forever. It's also speaking to the fact that it's sitting on a chessboard where things are strategy oriented, like all the strategy in the world as you're trying to work it out and get some good luck and get the good fortune going on. Let's do this, right? This whole chess game is what you've been working on over here. So you're absolutely doing the work you can, but it isn't even necessarily to benefit yourself. I feel like it's to benefit other people, which is another reason why it feels so intense to get other people on board with your plan. You are going to do just fine with your own good thinking. because you know it isn't about you, it isn't for you, it isn't any of that. It's for them, and which means you're definitely coming from a heart space, because it's your love and your joy and your heart that you want to share with other people, and that you want to use to co-create this situation and handle their business, financial business, and other things. And for you, it's a heart-based experience. So keep that in mind, and remember that, like I said, you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for someone else. All right? And that'll keep you heart-centered, and I like that very much. All right? So you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to. But if you do want to carry them, that would be fun. And if you want to let me know how it goes, that would be great. If you would like to comment or talk about anything else, either other stones you want to carry or the reading itself, please comment below. Let me know what's going on. I'm here to have a conversation. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. It helps the little channel grow. I'm here for you next week. We will talk about the 11th through the 17th. And I would love to help you see what's coming in the week ahead, so you're better prepared. That's my whole thing. All right? And if you haven't come out to Faire yet, check my schedule down in the description box. It will give you my full year schedule, where you'll find me and what fairs I'm working. I'm all over the place now. Louisiana, Florida, Texas, you know. Check me out. See what's going on. And we'll see you at the fair. Thank you so much.